was going to start a short speech today remarking on the stress at work that construction workers face and the fact that in this industry there is the highest recorded number of workplace suicides. Mental health is a huge problem. Only on the journey here today I learned that on a site near here, a young man, we believe about 35, committed suicide throwing himself off a building at height. I don't feel I can carry on without us collectively paying respect to that individual, to that poor young man. I know we express our condolences to his friends and family. Will you join me in a moment in just bowing your head? Thanks very much. 43 balloons will be released at the end of the speakers today, and that represents 43 workers who between April 2015 and April 2016 have died in construction at work over the period of 12 months. That's 43 families, 43 groups of friends in the pub or wherever. And of course, you can imagine how agonising being given that news is. But through freedom of information requests, Unite has discovered that the average time between one of those people dying at work and a conviction is 1,234 days. Do you know what that is? Over 3 years. Over 3 years between that death at work and the family getting any type of justice. And you know that normally that is a fine, not a custodial sentence. So that's why today, ahead of the general election, Unite the Union is calling for all political parties to take action to speed up the justice system so that the families of those killed workers can have justice more speedily delivered. And there is no evidence in your industry of improvements in health and safety. Yet by 2020, the Health and Safety Executive's budget by 2020 will be cut by a half the resources to safeguard you at work. And already since 2010, since the coalition government, the Health and Safety Executive inspectors who visit your sites have been cut by a quarter. And I'm afraid to say that road bosses do put their profit before your safety. And they do create, on some sites, a climate of fear whereby our activists, and there are activists here today, who we have taken legal action on behalf of for the crime of blacklisting them. But blacklisting continues today. So what are we calling for? We're calling for an immediate reinvestment in health and safety. We're calling for a speeding up of convictions against companies who put our members' lives on the line. And we're demanding a punishment that fits the crime. Why not imprison them? And Unite is calling for, critically, an independent inquiry into blacklisting. Our slogan today is Remember the Dead. And in the UK, across the whole country and in Ireland, we have events like this. And events like this are taking place all over the world. But comrade, my request to you all is by all means we'll remember the dead. But for God's sake, let's stand together and fight for the living. Thank you very much.
Okay, what we're going to ask now is if we could all show our respect for those people that have lost their lives, not just in the construction industry, not just in this country, but in the workplace across the whole of the world. So if we could please show our respect.